but Brandon started with Real Brave. It has to be 12 years ago, or at least.
Yeah.
So we haven't really figured out what the date is, but he started. We were at this little tiny location in Queens and New York, and his mom came in. I remember that. And we're talking about that. I ended up getting to know him, his family really well. A little bit about me. I'm the founder of Real Brave, and back then I was just a guy that owned a business, but now it's bloomed into this great thing. So, man, you've had a bunch of different teachers over the years, only because you've been with us for what seems like a couple of lifetimes. But what instruments did you start out on?
Well, I started out on drums. I had like 3 choices in my mind, and then when I told my parents, I was like, okay, I want to try drums, guitar, and piano, specifically in that order. So I guess they thought that I wanted to try it out in that order, so I started out with drums first. And I was doing that for like a really long time. Yeah.
Amazing.
Like years.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, so you had a couple different instructors, and then now, do you still have a drum set at home?
I had it for a while, but I think I wanted to give it to my nieces, but I know my dad actually gave it to a friend of his. So he just told me like the other week that he's actually using it right now. And I was like, oh, okay, that's great. It's not like I regret it or anything.
Oh man. So you moved to guitar, and how long have you been playing guitar for?
Guitar. So I want to say Easter, but I know that's not true because it's probably been like 2 years now.
Yeah.
But I did get it on an Easter day. So.
Easter. Pick one of the years in the past half dozen years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember you were just this kid that came in, and now you're a young man, and like every once in a while, I just kind of like. I kind of take a step back and look at all the people that have walked through our doors, and now people walking virtually through our doors, and for years, and I'm just marveled at like that whole process. So, what do you think is special about? What's one thing that you could say is special about the lessons here at the studio?
I think it's definitely the people. Like. You could definitely get like music lessons like anywhere, especially like on YouTube or something, but it's not going to be personal. And I've been with Real Brave for like such a long time, and it's like just to take the words from like DJ, like we're a family pretty much. It's like like they kind of see me as the kid brother, but yeah, I just I love everyone there. It's just great going there. It's great being there, and just I can't imagine leaving anytime soon. So
yeah, and we are a family. DJ's been with us forever too. We've been able to talk at length over the years. I know that you're a great artist. I remember when you would come in, I believe one of your instructors was Mike Halleck or maybe Adam, and or something like that, something to that extent. And you were you came in with a bunch of your drawings, and so are you planning to do anything with that? Because we've always, I know Andrew's a huge enthusiast for you, your current instructor, because he's incredibly talented. So what are you going to do with that?
Yeah, so I definitely want to try to move into something with art. I was thinking about starting off with like a comic book series sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I've been so hesitant and timid. But I think as soon as I take that first step and I start, posting my stuff online, it'll probably be better, and then I could, start reaching that goal sooner than later.
Got it. And in your lessons currently, so like last year at this time, we pivoted, and we went online, right?
Yeah.
So here we are in that interface that we created. How are lessons in this 2D world? Like I want to reach through the screen and pat your shoulder, but I can't because you're on a screen. So how is this 2D world for lessons for you?
Well, it's great actually. I kind of want to talk about like the old format, which was just with meets, and it was simple. It got the job done. But this new format, it's just so much better. Like we were just talking about, the quality of the video is just amazing sometimes, and the fact that I'm talking to you right now and I can see my notes and I can just probably go over them like right now, check out videos and such. Like that's really cool. Like because it's like before I had to actually split my screen, but it kind of just does it for you. So it's just really intuitive.
Yeah, and I'm so glad to hear that, because this is we listen to our students, and we wanted this idea that something that worked for the teacher, something that worked for the students, would work for everybody, and that's sure the
Mm-hmm.
case. And hey, you didn't update your avatar. I don't see an avatar for
Oh,
you here.
dang! I didn't even know I could do that.
Yeah, check that out.
Wow.
I think you'd appreciate those.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see. Oh wow, wow! There's so many.
Yeah, I
That
want you
is
to
so
update
cool.
that, because then I'm going to refresh the page. We'll lose each other for a second. Pick something that you feel is, a little bit of you. If you could see here, folks, on this screen here, you can pick your avatar. It's a nice way to express yourself. I love Bitmoji. I love all these like virtual avatar things that you can express yourself. I think it's such a cool world to be in. So let's see what Brandon picks out of this group of predetermined avatars. Tell me when you're ready.
All right, I should be good.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh. We're gonna lose each other for a second, but then we'll reconnect. Hang on a second.
All right.
Awesome. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was there, but I was like, oh, there it is.
Awesome. Yeah, Spidey. Big Spider-Man
Oh yeah,
fan.
definitely. Since I was a kid.
Oh, I can relate to that. Yeah, my son is a huge, just still. I mean, he's 10 now, and just ever since he was like a little kid, just little like a baby basically. So awesome. So yeah, so like as far as the lessons are concerned, so we do it in this portal. You're not kind of missing a beat, pun intended. And you've got your notes here, which kind of goes through week to week. But the other cool thing is there's they call it low latency, so like we can really almost jam along a little bit on a really good internet connection at times. That's why these 5 bars are for up here. It tells us if we have a good connection, and there'll be very little lag. We can also, I don't know if you knew this, but at the bottom we can now share screens. Did you know that?
Whoa. Oh yeah, this little monitor here, right?
Yeah, so if you wanted to, if in your next lesson with Andrew, if you wanted to show him, one of your new drawings on your screen, you could share your screen and, kind of connect to them that way. It's a really cool way of, showing somebody something that you're working on. Maybe it's lyrics, maybe it's, a picture of your dog. I don't know. So it's something that you want to connect with. Do you think you continue in this format once we're through this kind of tough period in the New York City area?
I do like the online lessons. Like they definitely feel, I guess, because I'm usually like a introverted computer guy, So like, this is definitely a good way of just like putting like two worlds together.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do miss the online. I mean, the in-store lessons. Just meeting people and just talking to all the other teachers and such.
We're gonna make a big push to bring more of that back. I will say that. So stay tuned for that. And
Okay.
just personally speaking, I can't tell you what it means to see you grow up and be who you are today, and so much so that we even hired you for a while to work at the front desk. So you worked at the front desk, and I can tell you how many times that's happened. But you've been a special part of our story, and I'll definitely never forget you. And that this is it's we have a saying here: we're people first, musicians second at the studio, and it's so important. You said it yourself. It's the people. It's not the music. This is about connection, and you've proven that. So, congratulations for you. I want for you in your life to be able to look back at this and say, there was a special moment in time where I connected with a bunch of mentors and had a community. And as long as we're around, you will always have that. I can guarantee it. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, there's more features to come soon. We're going to have a little bit of a skill sharing leaderboard kind of thing happening. that's on its way, and a little bit of a redesign. But for the most part, what you see here is what you're getting, and we know it's working. So thanks for being a
Hmm.
part of it, Brandon. It's
Yeah, of
always
course.
awesome to see you, man. I hope you say hi to your parents for me.
Yeah, I will. That was great.